What is so special about Berlin? When I started working at Trivago in Düsseldorf, I met a lot of people. And people from all over the world, young, and slowly but steady, all of them moved to Berlin. I can say now that if I want to meet my friends, it's actually a good thing. I just have to come and visit in Berlin, and all of them are here. And I mean, for me at first, or even now, I'm a chill person. I don't like a lot of confusion, a lot of crowds, a lot of noises. And in that regard, that's why I always tell myself that I don't like Berlin. And when you come here, it's, first of all, the city is huge. It's really, really big. So, and all of my friends live in different parts of the city. So if I want to go from one friend's house to the other, it can take me up to, 40 minutes by tram, which is almost unthinkable. If we actually cross the city, if you cross the city by car, it will take you more or less an hour or even more. 1 hour, and even less, you can reach the neighbor city of Düsseldorf. You can reach Cologne. So it's really, really a big city. And if you are not lucky to have your friends in the same neighborhood or nearby, it means that you probably won't be able to see them that often. And that plus the fact that, it's kind of full of graffitis and, very noisy. I don't know, this always was what repelled me from Berlin, and I couldn't see the appeal. But this time, since we are living this digital nomad lifestyle, and we are actually here for almost 2 weeks now, and I kind of understand the appeal. So first of all, every time you come here, every time you come to Berlin, there's stuff to do, and it's always interesting. So I remember one time, the first time I came here, I went to Mauer Park, which is like a huge park that, especially during the summer, on the weekends, people gather, and there's like musicians everywhere, people playing. There's like a karaoke event that one guy one day decided to organize. He basically brings a laptop and some speakers and a microphone, and there's like, hundreds of people watching, and he picks people from the crowd, they come and sing. It's super, super fun. And I was super, amazed with how, just people gathering together can organize, and how much fun they can have, and the community around it. It's amazing. Yeah, and from then on, we went to an abandoned airport. There's an airport in the middle of the city that it's not active anymore, and now you can basically go there and bike and run in the runways, and there's people having barbecues and parties, and it's an interesting vibe and an interesting energy. And this time I'm here in Berlin for 2 weeks, but we didn't leave much because the first week was actually super, super hot, so it was super hard to leave the house. But every time I did, and I met my friends' friends, I always met someone interesting. So first, I met Chloe. I will hopefully be interviewing her. She and her husband, so she's from South Africa, and her husband from Mozambique. And they moved to Berlin to start their travel blog. And that's basically what they are doing full time. They are doing their travel blog. And we had such a nice conversation, exchanging ideas. They also believe a lot in sustainability, so we thought, how could we collaborate? And we'll be speaking with each other and recording an interview for this blog, for this podcast. So that's great. And this doesn't end here. Every time you get out, it's like the city is a living museum. You see always different people with different clothes, doing different activities. You also see, people with drug problems, and maybe people needing some help, homeless and so on, which is not great. But you also see, very open-minded. It seems that this is the city that attracts everyone that doesn't fit in. and everyone that wants to pursue a dream that doesn't fit in the society, they can come here and they will be accepted. And yesterday we also went out with some friends, and I met a guy, and I guess he's maybe in his 40s, I don't know, a bit older than me, and he was a photographer. He's a photographer of nudes, mostly. So he takes pictures of naked women, but it's not in a pornographic way, in an artistic way. And I was asking me, hey, like trying to understand his art, does he approach women? You know, because it's not easy. How do you ask someone in the street, hey, do you wanna pose naked to my picture? And what he told me is, by the way, if you want to learn that, the best way is to just give your card and do not make too much questions, because you will scare people away. And it's interesting, we had such an amazing conversation about his work, his life, his lifestyle. He told me that he doesn't make a lot of money, but he also doesn't need a lot of money. He doesn't care too much for it. He just, wants to hang out here in the city. He doesn't travel much. He wants to party and do his art, and he's a true artist. And you can meet a lot of these people that if you would meet them in a different city, like Düsseldorf or in Portugal, wherever, people will say, this guy is crazy, look what he's doing, he's ruining his life. And that's not true. I mean, what defines what is crazy? What defines what is normal? It's society, right? If it was normal to be a nude photographer, then a software developer would be crazy. And that's what is great here. And I really understand people that come here to start their businesses, because the energy, the vibe, and the people you can meet that support you, it's immense. It's a really, really a lot of people that you can meet. And with that said, this doesn't mean I'm going to stay in Berlin. I think that the cons still outweigh the pros. I love to come here for holiday, to visit my friends, and to visit this live museum for sure. But I still think that the city is not for me. Anyways, this was today's episode. See you tomorrow.